Thank you so much. Okay, my friends, we are at the end. I know that it's a pity, because we were starting to create something new, but we are at the end of this session. But let me come back from the basic idea of this session that Maria said. Maria said, we are not here for a new reform. We are experts of reforms. In our country, we lived about reforms. And the government in my country, but also in your country. But we introduce the term transformation. What does it mean, transformation, for educating people? Don't forget it, that the school in most of our countries has been not the moment of equity. Traditionally was the place of discrimination. Was through the school that we select the dominant classes. And the idea was merit. Was the idea that those people that stay at top, in some sense, they have God with them. No, we have a large consensus in reverse the story. We are starting from the most fragile people. We are starting from the poorest people in our society. And this is transformation, Maria. We change the vision. We are changing the perspective of the role of education in our society. Somebody can say, wow, you cannot lose disciplines, you cannot lose skills. And we say no, because working together we have more skills. Working together and taking that all the people, all the child in our country must be part of this process. And what is the real difference is that in the past we have the vision of a frozen society where we have different people that, for the story, they have to stay at the top. And we are claiming for a society that is able to be mobile, able to be democratic. And I was thinking, which are the three terms that we can use to describe the entire discussion that we had in these 2 days? The first two are very clear. School must be open. It's not a closed institution. That means that policy for education is not just a part of budget. It's not just a box. We are not just part of a world where we stay in our box. Education is a crucial argument for creating a new society. And means that we claim to involve all the part of society and all the part of government in our effort. Second, open, inclusive. Inclusive is the argument of today's. Inclusiveness is not just to accept somebody and all the others stay sitting in their chairs. You said a beautiful word. You spoke about integration. The difference between inclusion and integration is that if we want to integrate somebody, we have to change. The strong difference is not enough to accept somebody on our table. The difference is we are ready to change ourselves in order to create a larger society. And this is transformation, because this means that we are able to act on ourselves. Don't believe it that is easy. No, it's not easy. Because the constraints is not some external constraint, it is ourselves. For this reason, what Sanet say at the end is so important. In this room, we have capacity, we have skills, we have determination to do that. But the third term, I think, is too important. When they say, how can describe the school that I'm working for? In Italian, I say the term that is affettuoso. Affettuoso. That means to train people to have the capacity to work on sentiments, to have the capacity to work on the capacity to create not only empathy, but sympathy. That is an enhanced word. There's a capacity to understand the others and together to change our capacity. This is a completely change with PET, the school that was based on selection. The capacity that we have is to have the vision of the new world. And for this reason, let me thank my colleague from Namibia. Let me thank Janet and Gianluca Grandi that they worked together to allow us to arrive here. But let me thank all the people that in these months they worked together in order to guarantee voices, to hear voices, to claim to have more voice. But let me say to those people, we are not at the end. We are on the pathway to New York and beyond. It's not enough to arrive to New York. New York, we have a big duty. We have to convince our head of state, head of government, that we are not just a voice in the budget, a voice of expenses, but we are the main investment that we can do, not just for our country, but for the world. Don't forget, this is the momentum. We cannot lose the momentum. This is the momentum to say that education is the only one real instrument to establish democracy, to establish peace. Let me say the word, peace, because the idea of inclusion is a peaceful inclusion. Our tolerance to violence is zero. No violence at all. And when we are here, it is not a case that most of them are women. Consider that extremely potential to stress the fact that we want not only discrimination, but express all the potentiality. And I think this is the conclusion of the story. We are not at the conclusion. We are just at the beginning. Thank you to all of you.